What's good, YouTube? What's up, my magical people? You are tuning into Unique Divination, and I think I did like some type of upgrade. Not necessarily an upgrade, but an upgrade to how I'm doing my videos. I know I was always doing my videos on my phone, and I'm just trying to step things up a little bit. So, what's up, y'all? It is September 21st, 2017. Um, Around 9 a.m. I just got finished. Um, Messing around with the live stream. I'm probably going to go live stream later. I'm just trying to figure everything out because this is not my area of expertise, but you got to learn, right? So the reason why I'm posting um, is to say what's up. I don't make videos as often. Really not. I don't feel like I'm a camera personality type person, but I'm learning. And I always get great feedback about when I do post and when I go on live on Instagram. So I just want to let you guys know some things that's going on with me. Um, I've been doing free one card polls on Instagram, just randomly. Of course, I'll try to do something set, but I don't know. My spirit is not one to just be set. Um, as far as spiritually, I just like to do random stuff. I don't know why. In my personal life, I'm very structured, but as far as spiritual wise, I guess I can't push or force that energy, I suppose. Forgive me, I've got a little cold. I don't feel too good. I think it's like sinuses or something. So, most of you guys that probably watch my videos, you probably know, are aware of my Instagram, Unique Divination. Um, And I also have a Facebook page, Unique Divination. I don't really use the page like that. I'm extremely active on Instagram because Instagram is who show me the most love. So you guys get all of me. I appreciate the love that I receive from Instagram and from everywhere, but specifically Instagram. Like you guys are the ones that visit my website. You guys are the ones that purchase my products. I really appreciate Instagram, my followers, and everybody who supports me and everything I'm trying to do. Um, I wanted to kind of make a video about just a certain situation that happened yesterday. It wasn't really a situation; it was a post I had posted, and I guess people kind of took offense to it. Now, as far as me being a spiritual healer, I try for the most part to stay out of things that happen, in our society on a day-to-day basis. I'm aware, but I try not to um, comment on as much, or I haven't in the past. Every now and then, I'll say some things here and there, maybe about the campaign, the president, maybe some racial issues. Um, but for the most part, because I feel like humans, I don't look at race per se. I look at humans. I still tap into you know, things that's going on in our country and around the world. Most importantly, because sometimes I feel like Americans, we just kind of focus on ourselves. We don't realize that there are um, issues partaking across the world as far as racial injustice, classism, whatever, what have you. Um, I love to focus on here in the country, but I just like for people to be aware of what's going on. It's just good. And so yesterday I posted this video. I'm gonna see if you can. It's not gonna show it. But basically, this video I posted.
Please, I said I'm sorry.
Go to my Instagram to see it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Listen, I'm sorry. Please, please stop. I know. Listen, please. I'm sorry. Please, I'm sorry. Please, no, it's not.
Okay, and so what you're hearing is basically, I guess there it was a older white lady, and I don't know where she's from or whatever, but basically she went to the Nepal mountains, and I guess was trying to buy some black tea or something from this Nepalese woman. And pretty much the value of the tea was like $1.50 in US dollars. However, the woman tried to bargain her down from the price, and it just infuriated the woman. She like chased the woman down the hill with a stick down the mountain. And the lady's like, "Oh, please, my son was with me." And the woman's saying, "I don't have a problem with your son, it's you. You're a dog, you're a pig, you're people. This is not right." Um, and so I had regran this from another account. I see it. I regram things often. Sometimes I'll remove the commentary. Sometimes I won't, depending on what it is. And um, the regram from @omega_axel. This made me crease this morning. This is what the person is saying. This made me crease this morning. White privilege, tears and entitlement is not an accepted form of currency. Best take your cheap ass off the mountain. Read on. The full video is at NYC4 Revolution. A Nepalese woman has had enough of tourists and throws rocks at them. These mountains are where the white privilege runs dry. Girl is privileged enough to fly to Nepal with her expensive hiking gear and camera, but finds no shame in bargaining down tea that costs 150 rupees, about $1.40 US dollars, from the poorest people in the world. She probably at Starbucks right now, blogging about her adventure, enjoying an $8 coffee, which she wouldn't dare bargain down. Funny how that works. By the way, in the longer video, the Nepalese woman explains how difficult it is bringing goods from cities to the mountains, the struggles of the Nepalese people, and all of this tourist thinks about is herself. A Nepalese woman has had enough of tourists and throws rocks at them. So, when I posted the video to my page, I ultimately I saw the words white privilege, but it wasn't a trigger for me. It didn't alarm me. The point of me posting that video was to show like this is some crazy shit. Like rich people, because any race could do something like that. She just was the one caught on camera. Like, are really fucked up. This woman is handcrafting products that she uses um, to feed her family. This woman lives on a mountain, and to bargain her down from $1.50. And just like the girl stated about, this woman probably goes to Starbucks and spends $8 on a cup of coffee. Um, it didn't register in my brain, or really, for me to, you know, keep going on or thinking about the white privilege. So I posted it, and then somebody had responded in the manner of, read the comments. One person, there are several comments, but so the guy says, whoever it was, "Yeah, well, I'm poor and white. Where's the white privilege you speak of? Tired of hearing that shit." So I guess at that point I realized that that's all that people had gotten from the video so far, and that was not my purpose. My purpose was to show just like the belligerent disrespect for human life and, humans and what people have to do to survive. You know what I mean? Like everybody's human, and to think that because you went over to this country, and you're a tourist, like everything's not for fucking bargain. These are these people's lives. Um, and so I went back and I edited the post. I didn't remove the comment from the first regram, but I said, let me be clear. I didn't post this to point out white privilege, although there's an argument that it is white privilege. I posted this because this woman clearly had enough money to visit this place. We can assume she makes way more money than this Nepalese woman. She disrespected this woman and her craft. She belittled her as a human being. This for me had nothing to do with race. This woman is just a fucked up person. Now, I left the comment for conversation. I like conversation. I feel like Americans, um, in this day and age, for some reason, can't entertain a thought or an idea on a situation without holding it personal to their beliefs and what they feel. Like I stated in my reply, there could be an argument, evidently, because that's what the person had commented. But there's also other arguments. And the argument that was most important to me was the disrespect of this woman's product of what she was doing. That's how she lives. You know what I mean? To sell what she's selling. And that this woman with all of this money, you could have easily thrown her, if that's $1.50 in US dollars, $1.50, 150 rupees. I'm pretty sure she could have gave that woman like 600 rupees, whatever that, $1.50. You could have gave her a $5 worth of $5 US dollars worth of rupees or something. So um, I got some interesting feed. Well, not really interesting. That and another person had personally DM'd me and ended up um, blocking me because of that post, which I thought was at first, I was trying to look for where it could be disrespectful, but then I thought about it. Like, I've posted things about black people on my page, um, and I didn't get any type of backlash or somebody unfollowed me. So I thought it was weird. I guess at first they thought that's how I thought, and then when they saw me go back and explain why I posted it, they said that they felt better, but then ultimately they ended up blocking me. So that left me confused. To each his own. I understand, but the comments that I got were very good. A lot of great feedback on that post. I had a lot of people thanking me, and once again, um, let me see here. You know, um, I'm just disgusted at the fact that somebody would have an issue with conversation being brought to the table. You don't have to. Well, as far as me, I can't speak for everybody else, but I can hold a topic, a conversation, or dialogue pertaining to something that I don't necessarily agree with, right? The reason why I bring it to the table or bring it out is for conversation so that people who maybe are that race, like I had a white woman come on that post and explain something, the guy that even was frustrated, or the person that said, I'm white and poor. So we need to see these things because there are people that genuinely, that's the first thing that they believe, right? And so when we have conversations and we see different perspectives, it allows for everybody to look at things different. So I'm kind of disappointed in that person because I looked up to that person. I looked up to the person that blocked me. You know, I respected them and what they stood for. So I'm extremely disappointed that, clearly you're somebody that works off of emotions. It's a post. Um, and if anybody knows me or knows my work, if anybody who's personally dealt with me, you don't get a feeling of any type of like, I'm not a racist. I grew up half of my life in Massachusetts. I grew up half of my life in Philly. I'm an outcast in myself. I'm too white for black people. I'm too black for white people. I'm like stuck in the middle. I'm one of those people. Um, I just find it awkward. So that, to me, when people have reactions like that, that lets me see how those people are. Like I said, let me read the comments because a lot of them were very welcoming and understanding of what was the purpose of that. And this is what we need. This is the healing, talking about it. Shadow. America itself has its own shadow. And I'll get into that maybe in another video about shadow work and things of that nature. But if somebody says they try to fool poor people while they have all the privilege, that's not right. She should be ashamed and always saying, "You're scaring my child." Then don't bring your child along and show him how to use poor people. That makes me think that they don't know how hard these people have to work and then come along showing off. Um, I had somebody say, keep posting information, keep the information flowing, and let's enlighten people. Not all is race. It's focusing on topics that matter, unifying us. I'm not American, but I can feel the connection with you if we try to focus on being human beings and not letting race stop us from understanding and respecting each other. So thank you again. I love having interesting friends here on Instagram. We have enough of hate, intolerance, and misunderstandings. And I just said thank you for understanding why I posted it. You got it 100%. Um, And then somebody did say she's fucked because of her privilege and greed, which comes with being white and upper class. Fuck that bitch. Then I have somebody that says, "Man, one should never jack around in other cities nor attempt to bargain. These countries rely on tourism to an extent and what they can make to support their families and themselves. I don't think wishing her to fall off a cliff is good." The lady above that said that. But chewing her out and calling her a donkey certainly left an imprint if she has a heart. I have many friends in third world countries and mail them supplies whenever I can. As a white woman with an education, a teacher, I make $150 every 2 weeks, so I am pretty much underpaid and broke. But I would give away my 150 in a heartbeat. Thanks for sharing this. I also have another person out the country. Um, Unique divination. This is just proof of another quote unquote tourist thing. Coming from a tourist city like Amsterdam and having worked in the city slash red light district, you um, enough arsewipes behaving with attitude like they are royalty while backpacking on daddy's credit card. It indeed has nothing to do with race or color, but with people in general losing manners and etiquette as soon as they have left their own territory, where they think no one back home can see how they treat their temporary host like shit. I hope that Nepalese lady did beat the earth, wind, and fire out of that biatch. So, 100%, like, people on my post got it. Like I said, I feel like I was saying before I went into all of that, I don't speak enough on topics, but I think that I'm going to. I think that I'm going to because it needs to be done. Um, I felt like I shouldn't have, but at this point, I think I need to incorporate that in, in what I do with, my spiritual services. But like I said, I was kind of disappointed. And I just wanted to put this video out. If anybody else had anything misconstrued, if you want to leave any comments or anything, please feel free to. Free feel to email me at euniquedivination@gmail.com. Let me know what you think about the situation. And like I said, go back to my Instagram page and check it out. Um, Also, regarding dealing with shadow work, let me see here. And just to briefly break down what shadow work is a little bit, Carl Jung, who, hold on for a second, Carl Jung. He was a Swiss psychiatrist, and he dealt with like analytical psychology, and he coined the term of shadow work. And shadow work is basically, I want to read it. I don't want to get anything wrong. It's basically working on yourself, working on parts of yourself that you have put in a box or just put away. Some things in your shadow are good, some things in your shadow are bad. I like to give the analogy of a little girl growing up in a house full of men, a dad, and like four brothers or something. Maybe the mom passed away. Well, anyway, in this house, the men, for some reason, felt like she should be seen and not heard. She's a woman. They didn't really let her be outspoken. Didn't let her be like a leader. The guys were kind of always put before her. So qualities like being a leader, being courageous, outspoken, all of these have been pushed into her shadow, the side that society doesn't see. And good qualities and bad qualities lay in your shadow. Everything that you lay dormant, that you avoid, that you suppress, it goes into your shadow, no matter if it's good or bad. So that's how I was saying America has a shadow, a very bad shadow, um, especially dealing with racism. But I think that we're all confused on where racism comes from. The majority of the population are confused about racism and where it comes from and where does it stem from. And we all know ultimately that people are not born racist. It's something that's taught, facilitated, encouraged, and I don't think that I think it's like on a government level, I don't think that the genuine population, white or black, um, are racist. I don't think anybody's racist. I think it's being instilled, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Um, but I am going to be talking more about certain topics. Um, and if it has to do with racism, it has to do with racism. It's going to be attacked from all perspectives. So if you're going to like catch feelings for that, then I'm sorry. Um, I need people that follow me. I need people that like are, a fan of me. I don't need anybody that can't entertain a thought without it having to be a personal belief. So if you're that type of person, then you're definitely not gonna like me or anything that I have to offer or bring to the table, because I like to tackle all topics. Nobody can heal if you avoid things. You can't be a spiritual healer and avoid things. And I ultimately was trying to do that because I felt like I didn't want to offend. And it's like, you know, I'm at a process where I have to understand that people will be offended. Not everybody's going to like me, what I stand for, and I have to understand that. So I'm fine with that, and I hope you're okay with that. I just want people to walk away and understand that you will never ever um, say that I'm a racist person. I'm a human being, and I work on this, helping other human beings work on their spiritual path. Right? Um, I can't say I don't see color. We're not going to play this game here. I do see color. Everybody's unique, like my name. Everybody is different. Everybody is beautiful. We can't ignore what cultures bring to the table. As a chaos magician, you looking behind me right now. I've got the mother goddess Kalima. Um, I do Santeria. African spirituality. Every culture brings something beautiful to spirituality. So there's no way. I just thought it was funny. But like I said, tell me what you guys think. Thank you for watching the video if you did watch it. Um, Go to my website, www.urbanmystic.com. Check out the services I provide. Check out my Instagram page. Check out that video and let me know what you think. All right. All right. Bye bye.